Okay, I'm going to start by creating a simple profile card component here, and inside of this maybe I will have an image, and I'm also going to have some text right underneath for the person's name. And that's pretty much it for my profile card. I'm going to actually extract this as a reusable component called profile card. And of course, I can have now multiple instances of this thing. So I'm going to duplicate this. And if I want to customize the text and image, I can use slots. So I'm going to double click into editing this component. I'm going to right click this text and I'll convert it to a slot. And now I can customize this. Oops. I can customize this from any one of these instances. And same thing with the picture, actually. If I right click this and convert it to a slot, now I can replace this from any outside instance. So let's say that, I don't know, I'm actually just going to screen grab this profile picture of myself as an example. I'm going to paste that in here. So that's one instance's picture changed, and I'm going to actually grab this play button as another image here. So that's one way you can just very quickly make these images customizable. Now, the issue with this is whenever you are customizing the image inside of a slot, it's actually making a hard copy of that image. What that means is if I want to make updates to what this image looked like, for instance, if I want to change its styling, let's say I want to make it rounded, I can do that by editing the default contents, and I can make it rounded. Let's say 50% roundedness. But that is only going to affect the default image. So if I go back outside, these existing instances, they're not affected because they're just separate, their own images completely disconnected from the default image. If I insert a new profile card, then I will be able to see that it is rounded. And if I replace the image here, so if I grab, I don't know, what's another image I have available? So this code button, let's say I'm gonna paste that in as the profile picture. It is still rounded because it's preserving the aspect of the default. But if I make other changes to the default image, they're not going to make it here either. So the way around this in Plasmic is you can use this concept called Mixins, which is Mixins are just bundles of styles that you can reuse. And essentially, we're just going to make sure that every image that we pass in as some slot content for this component, we just apply the same consistent mixin to it, and that'll take care of all the styling. So for instance, let's say that this default image here, let's say that I want it to be rounded and whatnot. So I can extract these styles into a new mixin called, I'm going to call this profile card picture, let's say. And then I'm just going to make sure I apply this mixin to any component or any image that I pass in. So I'm going to apply it to this one, profile card picture. I'll apply it to this one, profile card picture, and I'll apply it to this one. So now if I ever decide to make changes to this profile card picture mixin, I can do so. And let's say I want to add some shadows, or maybe I want to change the roundedness to be 25%, etc. You'll be able to keep things in sync.